WWE recently threatened to fire a Hall of Famer, and a top AEW star wants a match with Cody Rhodes very soon. But first, let's get to the quickfire headlines, as New Japan Pro Wrestling have announced a new championship belt, this after retiring the King of Pro Wrestling trophy. Instead of a trophy, a new belt will be created and awarded at Wrestle Kingdom 17, with NJPW announcing. First established in 2020 by Kazuchika Okada, the KOPW title has seen its holders defend their status through the year before the new calendar sees a new champion contested for. From Toru Yano in 2020 and 2021 to Shingo Takagi in 2022, its holders have seen fans vote on stipulations never before seen in NJPW and often never anywhere else either. Yet the trophy that represents the KOPW holder status has not always been treated with prestige and respect. From spray paintings to utter demolition and DIY recreation, it's fair to say the KOPW holder was in need of something longer lasting. From 2023, the holder will have the KOPW Championship belt. A New Japan Ranbo on January 4th will determine who qualifies to be the first holder of this new belt. An indie tag team has accused All Elite Wrestling of gimmick infringement, this after the reveal of a faction named the Spanish Announce Project on AEW Dark, consisting of Angelico, Serpentico, and Lufa. One half of the independent tag team, named the Spanish Announce Team, Jose Maximo, would take to Twitter to call out AEW and would say, "Yo, King Serpentico, you Mark, literally trying to steal our gimmick and name. Really? You really think this is going to fly, homie? I hope AEW pays you enough to just do those shows because you can't show up to indies." The Spanish Announce Team are still active on the independent scene, with their most recent match taking place on December 18th on a CZW show in Blackwood, New Jersey. AEW are yet to respond to the claims, although they have filed for the relevant trademarks for their new faction. The latest Wrestling Observer newsletter has revealed that the current belief inside WWE is that John Cena will wrestle at the upcoming WrestleMania 39 event in Los Angeles, with his opponent at one point planned to be current WWE United States Champion Austin Theory. Cena will make his WWE return on the December 30th episode of SmackDown to continue his streak of having a WWE match every year since 2002, with him also set to add 2023 to that list in April. Former Impact World Champion Rich Swann would speak to Chris Van Vliet on Insight this week, where he has announced that he has extended his stay with the company. Swann would reveal that he is committed to Impact for 2 more years before declaring his goals in the promotion, and he would say, "I want to become a Grand Slam champion in Impact Wrestling. Of course I'd like to become world champion again. I would love to find a tag team partner, get these tag team titles. Scratch that off my list. I'd love to have Willie Mack by my side. That's my partner. Willie Mack or Ricochet, those are my 2 guys." AEW looks set to announce a brand new streaming deal with DAZN to cover countries that do not currently have a broadcast deal in place. Discussing the matter in today's Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer would speculate on when the partnership could be announced and said, DAZN released information on combat sports properties that they will be offering in 2023, and there was an AEW logo. DAZN and AEW are expected to make an announcement of a deal sometime after the holidays. Not sure of all the details, but the deal will be for AEW television shows to air on DAZN on all countries that DAZN service, where AEW doesn't already have a deal in place. Former Impact Women's Champion Deonna Purrazzo has called for the recently released Mandy Rose to join Impact Wrestling. Purrazzo would speak with Metro this week, where she had praise for the former NXT Women's Champion and said, "Oh, I'm gonna open the door and welcome her in. I think that the Mandy Rose that came to NXT a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, to the Mandy Rose we see today has been a complete evolution of Mandy Rose." And next, WWE recently threatened to fire a Hall of Famer. A recent Battleground Championship Wrestling show named Tribute to the Extreme was set to see a semi-reunion of the Dudley Boys, with current WWE producer and coach Devon Dudley scheduled to join his former tag team partner Bully Ray at ringside as his manager for his match against Matt Cardona. Despite being advertised since September, Devon would be pulled from the show at the last minute after an intervention from WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H, who wasn't keen on the idea. Discussing the matter in this week's Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer would reveal how events unfolded behind the scenes and wrote, Devon was scheduled to be in the corner of Bubba Ray for his match with Matt Cardona. He went through John Cone in talent relations, who reportedly approved the booking, and he believed based on his contract, since he's not a wrestler, that he was able to do things like that. Although it looked like everything was set for the Dudley Boys to reunite, the request was moved up the chain of command, and this is where things went awry. Bruce Pritchard nixed the idea, and it ended up on the desk of Triple H. Devon has said he was going to do it because he gave his word on it, and Triple H didn't give approval. He was basically told if he did it, he'd be fired, so he didn't do it. There was no reason given past the claim that they didn't want him in a physical risk, but I'm not sure how much physical risk there is in pulling out a table, since he was not scheduled for any physicality himself. ECW's A Tribute to the Extreme took place at the ECW Arena in Philadelphia on December 17th with no Devon in sight, with Bully Ray eventually defeating Matt Cardona in the match. Whilst Triple H has been more open to working with other promotions than the previous regime, going by this latest development, it's clearly on a case-by-case basis. And next up, a top AEW star wants a match with Cody Rhodes very soon. One half of the FTR tag team, Dax Harwood, is set to launch his own podcast after taking over the slot on the Ad-Free Shows Network once filled by William Regal. With Regal set to leave his podcast after leaving AEW to rejoin WWE as a vice president, his co-host Matt Coon will now be joined by Dax on what will be named FTR with Dax Harwood, with episodes to begin at the end of the year. In a run-in on the last episode of the Gentleman Regal podcast, Dax would show up to make the announcement before briefly discussing a few topics, the first being former AEW TNT champion Cody Rhodes. Harwood would reveal that he hopes to work a match with the now WWE superstar, quote, very soon, and said, "Before I came to AEW, Cody did a podcast with Sam Roberts, and Sam Roberts said, I'm going to ask you point blank, who's better, FTR or The Revival or the Young Bucks?" And without skipping a beat, he said the Young Bucks, because FTR or The Revival, they have to practice their matches, and the Young Bucks, they don't. They just come in and have these matches. Dax would say that he and his tag team partner have never practiced a match, and would add, "But that really ate at me because all the stuff that we had built up and we had worked so hard to create. He and I are very good friends, we talk all the time, I think that he is a visionary, I think he is too smart for his own good, and I hope to be able to work with him very soon, because I think I could tear it up with him." Whether this is a hint that Dax and FTR could be looking at a return to WWE remains to be seen, although as we recently discussed in our upcoming Free Agents video, their contracts are up in April 2023. It would later be revealed on the show that Dax's first podcast topic will be his friendship with and the career of CM Punk, somebody he has gone to bat for as of late after claims that he was toxic in the AEW locker room. Ahead of the show, Dax would give some brief thoughts on his friend, stating that he is misunderstood and called for him to find happiness wherever that may be, and he would say, "He's misunderstood, I think. The one motto that I live by is if you're not controversial, you're not worth remembering, and he's controversial. He's controversial only because he does go against the grain, and he doesn't fall in line. I think obviously he's an incredible storyteller. I think he's an incredible athlete. I wish that, and I hope whatever he decides to do, or whatever comes next for him, whether it's in AEW, which I'm hoping it is, or outside, I just hope he finds happiness, because in his life, the life he's had, he deserves it." The FTR with Dax Harwood podcast will begin on December 29th, with him having a unique perspective as a modern-day pro wrestler on the independents, NXT, WWE, AEW, and beyond. And before you go, make sure you check out 10 upcoming wrestling free agents that you need to know.